Good morning, everybody. Yes. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. There we are. Hello, everybody. Let's put this back a little bit. Maybe put this over here. Here we are at 7:07. All right, that's better, I think. Yeah, that's kind of more like it. Hey, everybody. Good morning, world. Let's see if I can slide this back away from me a little bit. Having my second cup of coffee. I was so tired yesterday when I got home that I just was give out, and I went to sleep about 9:30. I guess I was just tired and just slept real hard till 5 in the morning. Then I just woke right up. But anyway, everybody, hope everybody's doing well this morning. Some of you folks over on TikTok, stop by and say hello. Come on in for a minute. We getting our day started here in East Point, Georgia. Coming to you from my little dining room. Looking out, it's starting to get daylight now. It's getting daylight about 7:30 in the mornings now. Yeah, just kind of getting my day started. I got a teeth cleaning at 2 o'clock today. You know, we have to go do that. So yeah, I'm just looking at all the stuff going on over on TikTok. So yeah, I got a tooth cleaning at 2, and then I went over yesterday. My daughter Jill, she has a little doggy door going out, and she has a little side yard, courtyard to her, the Cabbagetown house. And maybe I'll go live over there today when I'm out there working a little bit. But she's building her basically like a little screen, like when the two cats she's got. She's afraid they'll get out and get hurt, but they love going outside now. But they figured out a way to get out of her side yard. I didn't know anything. Dyer, the Corey on my morning post this morning. I've really just kind of been tuned out of news in general lately. So I heard about Cory Booker last night when I was just before I fell asleep. I was just seeing stuff popping up on my thing about Booker speaking for 25 hours. Good Lord, that'd be horrible. I mean, what a pain to endure that. But I've kind of been tuned out of the news lately, especially legacy news. Like, you know, I never have watched Fox News, but I really don't watch CNN no more too much either. And I never have really watched MSNBC. I mean, that's just, you know, I know the players over there, Rachel Maddow and all them, and I know who they are and all, but I just never have really watched much of it. I'm still an old-fashioned news kind of guy. I still get a digital. For years, I had at one time in my life, the Atlanta Journal and Constitution was two separate newspapers. One was in the morning, one was in the evening, and I had subscriptions to both of them. And the Sunday papers for both of them was these massive, massive newspapers. So I don't even know if you can't hardly buy a hard copy of a newspaper anymore, but I still subscribe as an online Atlanta Journal subscriber, and so I get the Atlanta Journal delivered to my inbox notification every day, where I can click on it and kind of look through the paper. And but I tell you, I think you can get kind of a little bit addicted to watching CNN. And, you know, we know there's a whole Fox News cult out there that they believe Fox News is the King James version of all truth, you know, and it's just weird. People get caught up in that. And it's kind of like Fox News spoon feeds everybody a little bit of poison every day. And then after years of people sitting in front of it, they're basically been radicalized. They believe elections were rigged. They believe they just believe all these weird conspiracies. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that group that the first Trump administration was, where all this, I can't even think of that group. It's kind of like a cult group. I don't know, but yeah. So I typically I can't, I do now. I have to admit I do trust and I do watch Anderson Cooper sometimes. I like Anderson. I think he's legit, and um, and also I realize that the news in general, because of MAGA, is under great attack. The free press is. I read the other day where even they're changing the seating of the White House press corps in the room where they hold the news conferences of the White House every day. I read where now that they've rearranged the seating and they have invited in TikTok influencers and social media influencers as part of the news. I'm waiting for my invite, Donald. Invite me to come into the press room and let me do live from the White House. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, they'd probably arrest me. Love Bear says Don Lemon on YouTube is good. I just like Don Lemon, y'all. I just, he was doing a live remote one time years ago. He was in Atlanta for years at CNN, and he was doing a live remote from the Varsity downtown. He was just getting started. And I went into the Varsity, and he was over there at the side interviewing people, whatever. But he just seemed like a sweet guy. And he was cute, when he was young. He's still cute now. He's on Substack now, too. Hey, everybody that's on here listening. It seems like the flow. This is just my opinions. It don't mean a hill of beans. Blue Sky, I don't get it. I mean, I post a little 1-minute video on Blue Sky every morning of my the morning reading of my post. Blue Sky's to me, it's a dud. It don't really move nothing. And an X, good Lord, X is Elon. Although I have an account over on X, it doesn't really do nothing for me. But I've seen where a lot of people I posted on my Facebook page this morning, Rosie O'Donnell she's shifting a lot over to Substack because Rosie likes to write too. And I seen where Don Lemon posted yesterday that he's also, because he loves to write. And Substack's a good platform because it'll let you upload your writing. And then for all the people that follow you on there, when you upload a writing and you just hit upload it to thing, it sends all the subscribers on that page a link to their email notifying them that you've posted something or written something or uploaded a video or something. And from what I understand, it's independently owned. It's not a part of Meta and Zuckerberg and Elon. So Rosie, I call her Rosie like I know her, don't I? Rosie O'Donnell to me is just a sweet woman. I love her. Bless her heart. She's living in Ireland now, Dublin. I believe she bought a house. Dublin, maybe it is Dublin. And then Don Lemon, he got railroaded out of CNN, and he could get a job. He's very prominent now, well-known. He could get a job hosting the evening news in any major city, probably. But I think sometimes when people like Don Lemon and hopefully this Joy Reid and some of these people, I think seasons come and go. I think Don Lemon just is, first off, if you read the reports, Elon Musk signed him like a $20 million contract to do a program on X. And then Elon fired him 2 weeks later, and yet Don Lemon got a big hunk of money. Had to settle up with him to fire him. But Elon evidently doesn't care, and he doesn't care about all that. But Don Lemon's probably got enough money. If he never worked another day in his life, he's fine in his New York lifestyle with his husband and 2 little dogs or whatever. Yeah, he is. He is. And so we wish Don well. I enjoy him. I know me and him have a lot of the same political views, and more of his are coming out freely now that he's not on CNN. And so he's just doing what a lot of us is doing from our living room, just talking to the world and speaking to the country and speaking to our neighbor down the street. But anyhow, good morning, everybody. Eddie William Sellers coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia this morning. We are in the thrust of spring here. Everything's blooming, pollen's everywhere. Hey, TikTok. Good morning over there. Maybe at some point we'll get these platforms on, and maybe because I have this little entry level thing with StreamYard where I can do YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and there's a way to do live on Substack. I haven't figured that out yet, but they say Don Lemon said it's really easy to do lives on Substack. I've been so busy I hadn't really focused a lot on social media. Hey there, Miss. Good morning, Miss Candy Cane. Yeah. But maybe at some point, like on StreamYard right here, I could invite a guest on and we could sit and do a little 30-minute conversation about stuff. And maybe I'll do something like that. I've just kind of really, I haven't really, I do my morning post and then I do my little stuff and then I get on about life for the rest of the day doing stuff. Good morning, Danielle. Thank you there. Good morning back to you. Ava's going to be getting ready to head out of here shortly. And she's got work. Hey, Mr. Dennis over on Facebook. Good morning to you. Yeah, Danielle shared the live over on her page. Some of you other people share the live. Y'all, is it weird? The morning post this morning I wrote was about, man, we're living in some strange, odd times, aren't we? And then I thought, I corrected myself this morning because I thought, well, the world's just strange right now. And it basically isn't the world, it's America. If you go down and spend some weeks in Costa Rica or down in Santiago, Chile, or the Cayman Islands, those places are not weird. They're not. You go to Spain or Barcelona, those places are not weird. America's weird. When we have a state judge for a lady running that's a judge for the Supreme Court, the state Supreme Court of Wisconsin, and you got a South African who's one of the richest men in the world that puts $22 million of his money against her and saying that, oh my God, democracy's at stake. Democracy has that in America, it almost feels like that ship has now sailed. Donald Trump's running for a third term already, he said, trying to figure out how to stay in office. But America's weird. And this lady that won last night in Wisconsin, she won pretty convincingly too. And I'm trying to, we're trying to see the glass half full instead of half empty. Well, nobody really expected the 2 seats in Florida. Hello, TCNK. Good morning to you. Good morning, TikTok over there. Eddie William Sellers coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia this morning. The one and the only. But when you take somebody that puts $22 million to try to defeat her, and thank God for the people of Wisconsin, that just said, no, keep your ass out of Wisconsin in our local politics. And thank God she won. And even though the 2 House seats in Florida that returned red, they was already red, and from what I heard, that the last go around, these people, when Trump ran 6 months ago, whenever, that those 2 red seats are so red that Trump won them by 30 points. And Democrats lost them by about half that, about 15 points last night. But Florida is it is weird, isn't it, Candy? That's just weird. He is not American. He's greedy. He's just awful. Yeah, Elon should scare people. People that have billions and billions of dollars, they can cause a lot of havoc. Florida. I don't know. Florida's kind of a lost cause at this point. But y'all, if we're staying with the glass is half full analogy this morning instead of the real dry, negative place we're at in the country, if you look at the glass half full, there's an old saying that 24 hours in politics is a lifetime, that things can blow up and change. And when I say Florida is a lost cause, we don't know the future. Maybe there's a coming back. Good morning. I have hope that things are going to shift. I'm hoping the midterms will kind of do a little bit of correction course and get some balance back into government. And I even said this morning in my morning post that even a one-party system is dangerous for any country. And even if the Democrats controlled the Senate, the House, the presidency, and the Supreme Court, it would be gravely dangerous for the country, because too much power is not healthy for any country. And one-party control isn't. But even with the thing of MAGA being in control of all those, it's just. Good morning. Are you about to leave? Come say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
So, look at that. Good morning, baby.
Good morning.
I
love it when you have my audience to greet me first thing in the morning.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
I'm going to go over and work on that cat room in the Cabbagetown house this morning. Got to run by the bank. Good morning, Kathy in Memphis. How are you doing this morning? Good morning, everybody. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Let me see over here. No, we're not going to do that. Yeah, so, yeah. Interesting.
What happened?
No, I'm just checking around. So I guess we have me and Ava always has this big come to Jesus moment every day for the biggest decision of the day, and it happens daily, is what are we going to do for dinner tonight?
What are we going to do for dinner?
What are we going to do for dinner tonight? Do we want to pick up a rotisserie chicken and put a little rice on? Do we want to go over and have a salad somewhere? Do we want to have something at Grant Central?
I feel like rotisserie chicken is the best option. I do have a 6 or 6:30 Zoom.
So we can be able to get our walk in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We got to get our walk in. We always do this thing where, look at there. That's the devil right there, y'all. That's the devil. Ava swears up now. We have been together for 15 years, and I swear I'm not telling you no lie. For 15 years, there's a couple of months every year where Ava says, "Oh, it's jelly bean season." I'm like, there is no such thing as jelly bean. You do know that? No, there is an actual jelly bean season.
There is a jelly bean season.
No, there's not. There is not. Don't y'all? That's the devil talking.
It runs from right after Valentine's Day until Easter. It's been an exceptionally long jelly bean season this year.
None of that is true, y'all.
Yes, it is.
That's Santa Claus. So there is no Santa Claus.
You can Google it. People, I'm not the only one who celebrates jelly
bean season. So for these 2 months, keep bags of jelly beans on the nightstand. And so you just reach over and get you a little handful and eat it while you're watching some stress TV or something. Just jelly beans.
See, I'm not. Jelly bean season is around Easter, yes, and I'm with Ava.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
I'm serious. For 15 years, she said, "Oh, it's almost jelly bean season time." I'm like, "There is no such thing. Stop all that."
No.
Look at her. She's gonna take her a bag of jelly beans to work
I
today.
am. I've been celebrating jelly bean season for now
Try the
20
Starburst
years.
flavor. I do.
I have tried those, but okay, have you tried the Kool-Aid ones? They have Kool-Aid.
Y'all,
Kroger.
jelly beans is of the devil. I'm just going to tell y'all now. I feel the Holy Ghost in this. I feel the anointing. Jelly beans are of the devil. It's just a trick. It's a trick. They just put a bunch of them in a bag and they trick people.
I know. Yes, Kool-Aid. If you go to the Easter aisle at Kroger's, if you have a Kroger's near you, they have Kool-Aid. Last year they had Fruit Loop jelly beans. I know.
Y'all, none of this makes sense.
I did tell Eddie though after we got on the scale yesterday that
I gained 2 pounds. What did you gain?
I gained 4 pounds.
4 pounds. You know what I told her? I said, "It's them goddamn jelly beans." That's what happened to March. Yeah, I could have stayed in the 180s, but I jumped. Good morning, Jay. I could have stayed in the 180s, but 2 pounds put me up to the 190. And it's them goddamn jelly beans.
So here's what I said, just because, and it's not related to us stepping on the scale, but I think jelly bean season may be ending a bit early this year.
Please don't bring no more of that sin up in my house. That's just nothing but bags of sin and Satan that you bring up in the house. Jelly, y'all, there is no such thing. Don't be tricked by the devil with all that.
You can Google it.
Jelly beans. 15 years I've heard, it's jelly bean season. And I'm serious. She'll go get bags of jelly beans and just eat them.
It's the only time of year they sell jelly beans like this.
Oh, my God.
That makes it a jelly bean season.
There is no jelly bean season. I have cocktail flavor ones. Yeah.
Where did you get the cocktail flavor ones?
Cocktail flavor ones. You know what I used to love as a kid? I used to love licorice sticks. The black ones. You chew on it. And, yeah.
That's why you don't like jelly bean season. You love the devil.
Well, I love it.
Licorice is of the devil.
Yeah, I did licorice. Yeah, I ain't even seen or heard of that in a while. Hey, everybody on TikTok. Good morning out there. Good morning, world. Hope everybody's waking up. Let's have a good day today. Let's have some. Oh, I've got a tooth cleaning at 3. We're doing the glass is half. We're doing the glass is half full this morning. At least I can pay for it because teeth cleaning's got expensive now, and but I just hate them pushing and picking and oh my God! But y'all,
my boss is gonna be so mad at me.
Ava's working at the shop today, y'all. She's heading out. Love you, baby.
Love you there.
I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to come back there.
All right.
Come by there. Doing the glass is half full. I turned 70 in September, and I still got all my teeth. And I still got my teeth. I hope I die with all my teeth. I don't want to do all that work. I've got quite a few fillings and all, but good morning, John Bell. Hello out there. Hello out there, Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Alabama, Nashville, Tennessee, Florida. We love y'all down in Florida, Panama City. Some of y'all people that own one of them beachfront condos down there and don't have no kids left and all your family's dead, and you're like, what am I going to do with this condo down here? Because my days is waning now. Just remember this. Eddie Williams Sellers would like to have that condo in Panama City. Oh, my God. That's so... Dennis will tell you to quit those jelly beans, Ashton said. Yeah, I'm serious, y'all. Ava, she's 15 years. We've been together every year. Never fails. She's always getting close to jelly bean season time. I'm like, good God, there is no such thing. So, but she does love jelly beans. And if y'all remember, Ronald Reagan, President Reagan, loved jelly beans. Morning, Blue Dot 63. Good morning, Grace. Thank you. I feel like I'm shouting. No, I shouldn't shout. I got a microphone right here. I don't need to be hollering. I love it. It is now called jelly bean season. So, but anyway, y'all, we got to take care of our teeth, take care of our health. I didn't walk yesterday. I got home at 9:00 last night. The day got away from me. We've been real good about walking 7 days a week, and there's a book that's called Younger Next Year that I read 3 years ago about 7-day-a-week walking that really inspired me to just get up every day and get out and go walk. Good morning, Miss Diane, over on Facebook. So anyhow, it was pretty fascinating that the judge won in Wisconsin last night. Where are we at politically? How's the nation shifted? MAGA still is lock, stock, and barrel, deep foothold in the country. We'll see in a year or so when the midterms start to gear up to get running, where the pendulum is swinging, and my thing is I continue to be outraged at what's going on in the nation, but at the same time, I kind of compartmentalize that. I can't just have outrage burnout 7 days a week. So I allow myself maybe once every week or two just to come online and just like, God damn it, what in the hell's wrong with people? And just be flabbergasted and outraged at what's going on. Now what we're hearing, have to buckle up. I'm waiting. I've heard a lot of people talking about Cory Booker this morning, Deborah, over on TikTok. I missed all that. I'm just kind of in a weird place right now after the huge letdown of the nation putting an evil, just a man of evil character back in the White House after he did that January the 6th insurrection where people got killed on that day because of him. And then the church put him back in office, the church world out there. And I'm just outraged by that, but I can't live in a state of outrage. I've got to just let my little light shine, occasionally be outraged, but I have to believe, I have, for my own sanity, I have to believe better days are coming. And the country has been set back for the rest of my life. It's been just set back. A woman's right to choose been taken away from her. A lot of states, doctors would go to prison for either helping to save a woman's life if she was having a miscarriage or something. It's just weird that this country's been set back so much. And but in spite of all that, I have to have faith in our country. I have to have faith in the decent people of this country. I have to believe that there's more wholesome, decent, good people in America than they are a bunch of old, white, bigoted, racist people that are running around with their MAGA hats on, And I have to have hope, and I have to have faith that we're going to see better times. And it did remind me, like in my morning post, I saw that too. Deborah said Trump is denying that he signed the order to deport the King members to El Salvador, although he signed it. It is late in the game, but I do feel like people are standing up. I think people will stand up. I think people will do a course correction. And if the one thing about the Harris campaign, it just it should be a wake-up call for a lot of us. Yeah, she only lost by a small margin, but across 7 of the battleground states, I believe, 7 small margins, 2-3 points, which is small. And she got 70-something million votes, but it kind of was a wake-up call to us. Maybe America's not yet ready for a female president. Maybe America's not ready for a woman of color to be a president. And I don't know if America could be ready. I think running for the election coming up, I think Pete Buttigieg is in the race. I think he's going to run. I think Bernie Sanders is already on the campaign trail out there going to run. And there's going to be several others. Debbie said, stand tall, we will prevail. I don't know if the country will elect an openly married homosexual man like Pete Buttigieg, even though he's a brilliant man with a military record. Donald Trump never even served our country. That's rare for a man of his age not to, had feet problem, Uh, yeah, I think so, Candy Cane. The more folks are impacted by his cruelty, the more folks will move away from Trump. I believe that. I believe there's people that I'm going to tell y'all something, people. Diane says it's time our elected officials to stand up for us. We elected them, and they are turning out to be wimps. Sorry, but I am upset. I am too. Even in my morning post this morning, I'm like, where is Hakeem Jeffries at? I mean, he's supposed to be this articulate, brilliant, person that's now going to be the Speaker of the House if the Democrats take the House back over. Where is he at? But at the same time, for Hakeem Jeffries or any of the other Democrats, if all you're doing is going on CNN and MSNBC and ranting and raving, oh, you're outraged, people's tired of that too. People want to see shit get done. They want, in the old days of politics, politicians would run for president and they say, here's the top 5 things I want to do as president. And they focused on that. We didn't really see that from Harris. We heard in broad generalities about climate change and tax cuts and, but when people run for political office, 5 things for a president to get done is a lot. And if Pete Buttigieg says, here's the 5 things that I want to do in my first term as president, I want to balance this. I want to do away with that. I want to make our highways and bridges safer. I want to strengthen whatever, but give us something to rally around, and so Miss Love says, my husband said a lot of people were locked out of the FDA yesterday because they lost their jobs. I read something about that too. They have rendered helpless power. Yeah. If we're just going to be honest this morning, folks, the Democrats are powerless now. It don't matter. They can come out and they say, we're against this, we're against that. We can speak out and we understand all that, and they should, but they have zero power. We're in a one-party system right now where MAGA controls the Supreme Court. They control the presidency, the House of Representatives, and the Senate. MAGA is a one party in control of everything right now. The Democrats are impotent. It's just like they can't, they're just impotent. And until we have midterms, and hopefully, if I will never forget my day voting for him again. Yeah. And the courts are of no help to us. Yeah, they can slow stuff down, but the courts are really, but the Supreme Court, y'all, this is just my personal opinion. The country doesn't have a Supreme Court any longer. The Roberts Court and those characters on there, they're political hacks. They're not great professors of law that understand the Constitution. They are just simply political hacks sitting up there on the Supreme Court. And so the Supreme Court has no credibility at all left in it, And so anyway, until the midterms, the Democrats are impotent. Yeah, we want them to do something. God damn it, fight. Do something, fight. Well, I have no power. And there's a part of me that understands the politics in the way that Hakeem Jeffries, it may be better for him just to be off the radar and just let MAGA have it full throttle and let that train run off the side of a hill. And then, because if these things go as bad as what some prognosticators are saying they're going to go, when the midterms come around, when the midterms come around, the Democrats can win, maybe come out of it with a 30-seat margin in the House of Representatives. Hey, Miss Rhonda, good morning to you. Good Wednesday morning to you over on Facebook. And then it won't. If the Democrats take a good hold of or any holder of the House of Representatives in the midterms, then it's no longer Democrats. Thank you there, Miss Rhonda. I'm real busy. I haven't been online on lives too much because, man, I'm just so into gardening this time of year and getting stuff planted and working in there. And hey, everybody, too, if you run across this or listen to this coming weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Newnan, Georgia, at the Coweta County Fairgrounds, there's going to be a chicken swap. The Chattahoochee Poultry Society, if you Google it, Chattahoochee Poultry Swap. And they're going to be down there for 3 days. I'm going to ride down there Friday. They got any kind of chickens you want around the world. It's just a bunch of people gathered at the fairgrounds. Nothing but chickens, chickens, chickens. You just see every kind of chicken in the world in there. Anyhow, it's fun. So if you're around Atlanta or South Atlanta and wanted to just kind of get out, and there's no admission, there's no pay to park, there's none of that. You just kind of get out, walk around these big fairgrounds, and everybody's got their chickens out there and selling some other stuff, syrup, stuff like that. Thank y'all for the follows over there on TikTok. Good morning, everybody. Eddie Williams Sellers coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia this morning. I just do that every time. Some people on TikTok, where are you at? Where are you from? This and the other. So, so spring is a busy time of year, isn't it? I mean, I'm doing some stuff over on the Cabbage Town house today. My daughter Heather's finally got moved into her house. I've got a clawfoot tub sitting on her back deck that I want to. I've heard a lot about the Cory Booker thing today, Miss Rhonda. I haven't watched the news in the last couple of days, but I heard that he went to the floor and stood there for 25 hours. And y'all, I believe it's going to be all right. I believe it's going to be all right, and we got to get through the next 12 months, the next year or so. And then we can see where all this is going to settle down, at some point. I do, believe this also, though, that the Democrats going forward, we need voices that we don't need. One of the things I don't like about Gavin Newsom, and this is just my feeling about it, he seems like a slick politician to me. Like, he's got that gerrymandered hair look and that I don't know, there's something that seems political. And I think what the country is really looking for now are non-political type people that love the country, that want to do good for the country. Good morning, Miss Valerie, over on Facebook. So I don't think the Democrats, they want non-political people. I will say this, as far as Mayor Pete Buttigieg, him being an openly gay man it's a blessing and a curse for him, because it kind of makes him like, dude, who are you? You're gay. You ain't supposed to be running for president. You're supposed to be sitting in the back pew of a Baptist church being told you're on your way to hell. What are you doing out here? And I think people like that kind of courage in somebody. I would hope, and I know some of you people are going to really say, Eddie, I have to part ways with you right here. I hope Liz Cheney, who I never would have ever thought I would have had any connection with or vote for, I hope Liz Cheney gets back in the ball game. I hope she showed the nation and the world what courage looks like, what real courage looks like, even in a woman, a powerful woman, strong woman, and I have a lot of admiration for her now, and I know she's not always been on the right side of gay issues and abortion and stuff like that, but man, in the big picture where it really matters, she showed something that I love about her. Here in Virginia, we are probably going to have a woman running for governor, Rhonda says. They got elections coming up that's going to start to be a little telltale sign. Good morning, Dora. We got some elections in Virginia and a couple other coming up. There's going to be little telltale signs of where the nation's heading. And y'all, I'm just going to tell y'all, if Elon starts tinkering a little bit, messing with people's Social Security checks, boy, you're talking about disowning Trump real quick. They will say you'll get thrown out with the dishwater, And I just never have understood. Republicans have always been against Social Security, always been against food stamps, always been against Voting Rights Act, and I have this theory or analogy myself about Donald Trump. That Donald Trump, I'm 69 years old. I voted for Jimmy Carter when he ran for president, so I've been political for a long time. I somewhat disagree with people who says that MAGA and Donald Trump has hijacked the Republican Party. I look at it a little different. I just look at it that MAGA and Donald Trump have allowed the Republicans to do and to be what they've always said they were and always wanted to do, which was cut out massive amounts of help for poor working people, school lunch programs, Social Security. Republicans have always they've been trying to figure out a way to put a stop to Social Security ever since FDR got it going. And Donald Trump's allowed Republicans just to really be in there. Republicans have always been for big business, corporate America, big tax cuts for the billionaires. That didn't start with Donald Trump. Republicans have always been that, And what was it under? Was it under Reagan? They started that trickle down economics. Give all the billionaires all the tax breaks in the world, and just their goodness will let it trickle down to us poor working people. That we'll get our little part once it trickles down. And yeah, we do. Yeah, Valerie, I see y'all on Facebook, TikTok. All right, y'all, it's almost 8:00. I've got stuff to do today. I'm going to get out here and get my hands dirty for a little bit this morning. I woke up this morning hearing the song Rusty Couch. It's on Facebook page, and he posted, he's a pastor, Jefferson Avenue Baptist Church up the street here, known him for years. He posted on his Facebook page a link with the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir singing, "Where He Leads, I Will Follow." So I woke up this morning, I had my little ear pod on, and man, if you YouTube the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir, "Where He Leads, I Will Follow," and with that orchestra and those voices, "Where He leads, I will follow." That's what I woke up to this morning. Where He leads me, I will follow. Where He leads me, I will follow. I will follow. I will follow where He leads. Yeah. Love y'all. See y'all.